Dry skin, a glowy makeup tutorial. That's what I'm going to do today. It's going to be a very simple with some products that I already have in my collection. I will incorporate 2 new products. Let's get started. And no foundation today. Very simple. Anyone can do it. This is a newer thing in my collection. This is my Fenty Skin SPF 30. It's one of those that you just twist up like that. It's a pink sunscreen. I love how this one makes my skin feel very hydrating and preps the skin for any type of makeup look or any type of foundation or skin tint you apply to your face. If you have dry skin, mature skin, I have done this application before with using these products and I have been loving how my skin looks. Now, if you do have oily skin, the only thing I would change is probably add powder, or maybe some of these products are a little bit too oily for you depending on your skin type. Let me put my bangs away or my hair out of my face here. I really have been loving this product. Now, I'm gonna come back to this product. I just picked this one up. This is by Rhode, and this is the Rhode Peptide Lip Boost, and it comes into 2, not shades, but flavors. One is, I think, spearmint. Let me see if it says on, no, sugar mint, and the other one is no flavor. So I picked this one up. I know it says sugar mint, but the product is quite thick, and it's a pink, purplish lip mask. It's very hydrating to the lips. I really love how it makes my lips feel. I love the packaging. I love everything about Rhode, and I wanted to pick this one up and see. And this is actually made in Canada. Didn't even know. Very hydrating lips. So we're gonna stay within the hydration theme here. I'm gonna go with my Dior Forever Glow Star Filter, and this is in the shade 1. My pump is kind of broken, so I have to be careful. Like this thing, it comes off, and I will just pump some on the back of my hand like this, and use ABK Beauty 106 to apply this to the face. I will show you how this looks. This is so pretty on its own. It's a little bit more thicker than the Charlotte Tilbury one, the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm sure you know. Look how pretty this is. I just want to apply this healthy glow to the skin. Just, I think I put 2 pumps on the back of my hand. And this is a BK Beauty 106 in case I didn't mention. I can go with a dampened sponge. I did place an order. I'm running out of sponges, and I placed an order off of Amazon. Hopefully they are good. We'll see. I got 2 packages, one for me and one for my daughter, because she's running out. They're like dirty, and as much as you wash them, they're still old, so you kind of have to chuck them after a while. Now, the next product here, I will use my Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade G11. And I will use my Makeup by Mario F4 brush. So this is perfect to put all over the face. So I'm just gonna go with the brush and go inside like this with the smaller part and just dab it on the skin to add just a little bit more coverage than the Dior Star Glow Filter or Glow Star Filter. I just want a little bit more coverage, but I don't want foundation. I just want something very lightweight like this. So you can see how right away it's just beautiful. And I need to use my concealers because they just sit there and I never get to use them. So I'm just gonna go with my sponge a little bit now to spread it better. And I like how this one has a little bit of coverage, but at the same time, it still leaves that nice glow to the skin. It's so pretty. Just evens out the skin without making you look like you're wearing a ton of makeup, and yeah, it looks good. So definitely recommend this Glossier concealer. For bronzer slash highlighter, I think that the perfect product for this is the Tom Ford, and this is the Shade and Illuminate in Intensity 0.5. So I'm just going to go with the bronzer and then add a little bit of highlighter afterwards. So for that, I'm just going to use probably another Makeup by Mario F4. I have 2, one that I use for foundations, one that I use for blushes and bronzers. So I'm just going to go with the small side and go into the product. Let me zoom you in a little bit more. Ooh, it's intense. Now I'm going to switch the brush and use the bigger one to blend it and make sure we don't have any sharp lines. Do you need to use this bronzer? Absolutely not. Another option, you can use the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer or any other cream bronzer you have. If you're more into drugstore makeup, any cream bronzer would work. But cream bronzer, because we're doing more of a natural, glowy makeup look, you kind of want to have the skin hydration flow with the creaminess of the bronzers and blushes. But again, it's up to you. If you just want to use powder, you can as well. But I find that this is very easy, very fast. I've been quite busy lately, so waking up early and having to deal with certain appointments, this was my routine in the morning, and it has been really good. I even wore a mask with these products and it still looked really good. Obviously, wearing a mask, you will pick up the product eventually. However, when I came home, I still had a decent face of makeup on. So you see how we just blended everything. We don't have anything, no sharp lines, nothing. I'm gonna go into the highlighter now. So I'll use a BMX Glow Brush by Moda. And I like to use this product because I don't want to just use the bronzer, hit pan, and not have used the highlighter. So every time I use this palette, I try to use both products. It's a very subtle, glowy highlighter. It's hydrating, but not slippery and oily. Really beautiful. Let's move on to another product which is similar to this. We're going to move on to blush. And for blush, of course, Patrick Ta. This is the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder in She's So LA. And I'm gonna go with the cream one right here. And I think out of all of them, this is probably my favorite shade because it keeps everything so bronzy if you go towards more of a bronzy look. So for this, I'm gonna go with the same brush that I've used the bronzer, which is this little one by Makeup by Mario F4. And add this beautiful blush to the cheek. You see how beautiful this looks? And I think you don't even need to wear a bronzer with this one. You can actually use this probably as a bronzer because it has this nice toasty shade. Look how pretty that is. So I'm gonna flip my brush again and make sure that it's all squished in together there and everything flows beautifully. I really like it. You can intensify it if you want, but I think that's enough for me. Now let's move on to the eyes because this is a product I have not used in such a long time and I have multiple shades. I do have a lot. I forgot. And these are the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Memorize, and today I'm going to use Oyster Pearl, but I will swatch all the shades I have. So here is Sunlit Glow, which is more of a duotone type of product. Then we have Chocolate Bronze. This is another one of my favorites. It's so hard with nails. Here is Chocolate Bronze. I picked up quite a lot on this one. Then we have Champagne. This is another pretty one. It's so pretty. Champagne is right here. Wow, look how pretty that is. You see how they're still very moussey and very soft. I had this for a while, and I'm going to use today Oyster Pearl, which is kind of in between Champagne and Chocolate Bronze. Oyster Pearl, Champagne, Chocolate Bronze, and Sunlit Glow. Very pretty. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me bring my refer brushes here. You can just apply it to the eye with your finger. You can just apply it to the eye and use a brush. However, I'm just going to take a little bit of this product on the back of my hand here. So that's how much I got. This is what it looks like on my finger right now. And just add it to the eyelid. This way, it doesn't look like you add a big chunk of product and having to blend too much. So I'm just going to bring it up, and afterwards I will use a brush, which is a Refer 15, because I did not apply any other eyeshadow to the eye, and I want to make sure that up here is blended nicely. So here's the difference. This eye, I think it's just a perfect shade, perfect formula for a nice glowy and healthy looking complexion. So I still have a lot. So whatever I have left here, I'm just gonna take my finger, spread it like this, and whatever's left on my finger right now, I'm just gonna apply it to the other eyelid. Let's see. And I think, like, look how nice it applies. I think it's so much better and so much easier to control. And you really don't need a brush. but I prefer one when I blend up here. Like, look, I hope it was in focus. Look how much product it looks like I have on my eye, even though it's from my finger, whatever I've dipped in there. So back to the Refer 14 and just blend this part here. Now for the bottom lash line, I will use a brush. I will again grab some from the pot and put it on the back of my hand here. I don't like when my nail goes in there. So I've added a little bit more here. I'm gonna use a Refer 03 and work off of the hand to make sure I don't grab too much. And add this on the bottom lash line just to make sure that we have the same color story as the top. But I'm not gonna bring it all the way in. I don't think so, or do I? Let's try bring it in, why not? It doesn't hurt. That looks really pretty. So whatever I have left on my hand, which is more than enough actually, I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye and bring it in. So I'm gonna go with the first brush and just blend it and make it a little bit softer here. I really love applying it this way. It's so much better. Like, look how pretty that looks. And it's very fast in reality. If you don't talk like I talk here in the video, it's gonna be really fast. Okay, so let me clean the back of my hand. I actually, out of all the shades that I have, I think this is my favorite because it's in between, more between the light and the darkest one. So I think it's just perfect for everyday look, not too smoky, but not too just nothing there, you know? So this is my favorite shade. If I were to buy any of this, I would probably go with the Oyster Pearl more than anything else. I really do love this one, the champagne one too. Similar, it's just a little bit more lighter. I'm gonna quickly apply mascara, my Tartelette mascara. It's a tubing mascara, so I will apply this and then I will show you the final look, and then we're gonna move to lips with kind of two newer products in my collection. Okay, so here is a close-up of the complexion and the eyes. I think that the eyes are really pretty. Everything's just so easy to use and so easy to create. This is a perfect look for every day. You don't even need to apply lipstick. Like this lip mask, it's not really a lip mask, it's a Rhode Peptide Lip Boost. That's all you need. But I do have this product that I want to add to my lips. You probably saw this in my latest video with new makeup products. This is by Colfi, and this is their new lip liners. This is in the shade La La La. They're made in Korea, and they're lip staining lip liners, but so easy to use because they're a crayon, and you twist them and the product comes out, then you twist, product goes down. So they're easy to use. Let's just dab this, whatever's on my lips, instead of wiping it off, and add this all around, fill it in a little bit, and then add more of that Rhode Lip Boost. So let's try it. This is so creamy. It's so nice. This particular shade, I want to own more. I suggest this ones because they're lip stains. They do last quite a bit. They're so much easier to use than the liquid lip stains. I still love those ones, but if you're a beginner, you can't make a mistake with this. You can really fix it easily. So I'm gonna leave the lips like this and now go into this spearmint. What is it called? Sugar mint. Why do I keep calling it spearmint? Because it has like a minty green on the name, so that's why. Okay, Sugar Mint Rhode Lip Boost. There's 15 milliliters in here, which is 0.5 fluid ounces. And add this. It's a very thick gel-like. So hydrating. That's so pretty. I'm loving this so much. I'm gonna use it more in another video. I also bought a new YSL blush, the super pink one. That's gonna be in a different video. I have the Bobbi Brown blush, a full blush, all my new blushes. Okay, so here is the final look. What do you guys think? Close up? You wanna see close up? I think the complexion looks really nice. Again, if you wanna add powder, it's okay, but not for me. For me is glowy. This is an everyday glowy, healthy looking skin. If you have mature skin, if you have more on the dry, normal to dry skin, I think that this look will really benefit you. I think it's really pretty. And this lip combo, the Coffee and Road, is probably one of my favorites. What do you guys think? Did you like today's video? Let me know down below. Let me know if you're gonna try this. Thank you so much for being with me here and spending your free time with me. I really appreciate it. I wish you all a wonderful day, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.